Hey, what is up, awesome people? I'm playing a little bit of The Raft here. This is an open world concept survival game that can be downloaded for PC. It is free, and I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in downloading that. Recently, I've received a lot of encouraging and positive comments for the videos I upload here to Got Your Back, and I just wanted to take the time to say thank you guys. I really appreciate it. As a small YouTuber, those thumbs up and positive comments really mean a lot to me. Again, thank you so much. There's also been many new awesome people that have hit that subscribe button, and I want to thank you as well. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shady Wags, and I guess I'm what you could call a gaming variety content creator, meaning this site is not dedicated to one specific game or genre of game. You're going to get a good mix of videos here from me, ranging from guides and tutorials to tips and tricks, playthroughs, short films, and my lame attempts at comedy. Everything I create, I do try to put my own little spin on it to keep it fun and enjoyable, as well as informational. I do play a wide variety of games. My favorite type of game, though, has to be open world survival games. And recently I've been playing a ton of Astroneer, probably more than a normal person, because the content really is not there. Not nearly enough to justify the amount of time I've invested into this game. But regardless, it seems like every night when I sit down to play, I end up playing Astroneer and wasting hours building new bases and scouring the landscapes in hopes of finding something undiscovered. I doubt I'm going to find anything new, but the reason I keep playing this simple game is obvious to me. As a child, I grew up playing with these. These are little people. You might not know them the way they look here. They may look more familiar like this. But yeah, I grew up playing with these, and they were some of my first toys, and I had all the play sets. The farm, the schoolhouse, the Sesame Street house, the airplane. And I would spend hours and hours playing with FisherPrice little people. They would live out their peaceful and relaxing little people lives, going to school, coming home, farming their crops, and on the weekends they'd fly to Sesame Street and hang out with Big Bird. Now one day my aunt at a yard sale, she bought me the Play School Holiday Inn and McDonald's sets. And the lives of the little people suddenly changed drastically for the better because now they had service workers who were willing to serve them. The little people were now upper class. They would visit McDonald's and the Holiday Inn, and the Play School workers, with their goofy expressions, were more than happy to serve the little people. Deep down, they may not have been happy, but they had bills to pay. Things were good for the little people for a very long time. Their bellies got fat on Big Macs, and they slept soundly on feather-down pillows at the Holiday Inn. But what they did not know was trouble was a-comin'. For my birthday, I received 4 Adventure People playsets, and these were totally awesome. They actually looked like people, they had arms and legs, and they had jobs like paramedic and lifeguard and park ranger. And they had vehicles and accessories to assist them in their jobs, jeeps and kayaks. Some of them even had guns. They were adventurous. It was right in their name. They were the Adventure People, ready to go out in the world and save others. Next thing you know, the little people began finding themselves in really bad predicaments, trapped up on bookshelf towers, drowning in bathtub rivers, and lost in mazes made out of books. Luckily, the Adventure People were there to save them every time. With all this chaos going on, it was the perfect opportunity for a dark force to sweep down on the land and take advantage. Darth Vader and his TIE fighter flew right down on top of the McDonald's, and one by one, along with his stormtroopers, they began enslaving the little people. And those little people, they couldn't fight back. They didn't have arms or legs. And the Adventure People were no match. Even with their fancy kayaks and safari jeeps, they just couldn't stand up to the dark side. Desperate for help, the Adventure People joined forces with Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, and together, they relentlessly fought Vader for the freedom of the little people. Over the years, many more heroes joined the battle. The heroic He-Man and his Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, the real American heroes, and Optimus Prime with his band of Autobots. But for every new hero that joined the fight, a new villain showed up. Skeletor, Cobra Commander, and Megatron. These battles went on for years and years, and they played out every day after school in my head and on my bedroom floor. And I think this is why it's so easy for me to pick up and play these open world games. The ones that have no set rules or no set objectives, because I've been playing games this way since I was a little kid. Now, most things don't bother me, especially things said on YouTube, but one thing that always makes me scratch my head is when someone tells me I'm doing something wrong in an open world game. I get these comments quite frequently that I'm wrong. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I put this in the wrong place. My base is flawed. You're wrong because you're not doing it the way I do it. But see, this is an open world game. There is no right or wrong. In my world, sometimes the evil He-Man would decide he wanted to take over the world, and Skeletor and his band of heroes would have to rise up to save the Transformers. Or sometimes Cobra Commander, leader of the adventure people, would valiantly fight against the evil G.I. Joe to free the little people. And that's why I think open world games are so much fun, because there's no right or wrong. There's no rules. And in my world, sometimes He-Man is the bad guy. Well, that's all I have for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I really would appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, later.